Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to start a new surah, which is Surah At Takathur, meaning chapter of the competition or the rivalry in world increase. So let's start. Ala barakatillahi ta'ala.
التكاثر
In Arabic is from the verb
كثر
meaning to surpass in number or quantity or to increase, and
الكثرة
is the multitude or the abundance. So
التكاثر
is the act of multiplying, rivalry, and vying in respect of riches, or the fact of vying for more. Now the first two verses of the surah are, after Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر, meaning vying for more distracted you until you visited the graves.
ألهاكم
Is the verb
ألهى
meaning to be distracted or to be diverted from, in the past tense, in the third singular masculine person, and
كم
is the object attached pronoun you for plural masculine, but it is used when males and females are mixed. Now this verb belongs to the form fourth of verbs, which follows this pattern. In general,
ألهاكم التكاثر
is too vast in meaning to be fully explained in a passage.
ألهاكم
Is from,
له
which originally means heedlessness. But in Arabic, this word is used for every occupation which engrosses man so completely that he becomes heedless of the more important things in life. Now, when the word
ألهاكم
is made from this root, it will mean that man has become so obsessed with some occupation that he has lost sight of everything more important than it. He's preoccupied with it, is wholly lost in pursuit of it, and this obsession has rendered him heedless of everything else in life.
التكاثر
Is from,
الكثرة
which has three meanings. One, that man should strive to gain more and more of everything. Two, that people should vie with one another for gaining more and more. And three, that they should brag and boast of possessing greater abundance of things than others.
حتى
Meaning, in order that, so that, until, or up to the point that, is both a preposition and a conjunctive adverb. It is commonly followed immediately by a verb in either the past tense or the subjunctive. Its meaning is usually temporal.
حتى
Plus a verb in the past tense occurs in statements in which a preceding circumstance has continued until something else occurred, and it expresses here the idea of a to the extent that, to the point of.
زرتم
Is the verb
زار
meaning to visit in the past tense, in the third plural masculine person, you. Now this verb belongs to the basic form of verbs, and it is a hollow verb, which has a weak middle radical between two strong radicals.
المقابر
Is the broken plural of the noun,
المقبرة
that is cemetery or grave. So,
المقابر
is the places of burying. This name is derived from the verb
قبرة
meaning to bury the dead. That is, you spend your whole life in the some craze and endeavor until the time comes when you must die and leave the world. Now the declension of these verses are,
ألهاكم
is a verb in the past tense with its object, and
التكاثر
is its subject,
حتى
is a preposition,
زرتم
is a verb in the past tense with its subject,
المقابر
is its object, and the verbal sentence is in genitive case because of
حتى.
Now, the next three verses are كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين, meaning not at all, you will soon come to know. Again, not at all, you will soon come to know. Not at all, if you know the knowledge of the certitude.
كلا.
Not at all, or certainly not, is a more emphatic negative response or negative confirmation than
لا. سوف.
is a particle that expresses the future. It immediately precedes the verbs in the present tense and is generally used for affirmative statements.
تعلمون.
Is the verb,
علم.
meaning to know, in the present tense, in the second plural masculine person. Now this verb belongs to the basic strong form of verbs, which all its radicals are strong or sound, meaning there is no weak letter between them. That is, you are under the delusion that the abundance of the worldly goods and surpassing others, and it is real progress and success, whereas the opposite is the case. Soon you will know its evil end, and you will realize that it was a stupendous error in which you remained involved throughout your life. Soon may mean the hereafter.
ثم.
Is a conjunction that is used with a temporal meaning to indicate that one event or circumstance has finished and another begins. Unlike the conjunction,
و.
the order of the words introduced by
ثم.
is not arbitrary and thus cannot be changed. In this respect, it is similar to
ف.
although
ثم.
is more emphatic and its meaning is usually temporal. But in this verse
ثم.
may be translated as moreover, furthermore,
لو.
is typically used for conditions that are contrary to fact, improbable, or hypothetical. Is usually introduced a verbal sentence with normal word order, that is, verb plus subject. It functions here somewhat like an exclamatory particle and occur after verbs meaning to want, to hope, to wish for something which is desired but unattainable. It is followed by a verb in the present tense.
علم.
Is a verbal noun, means knowledge, derived from the verb
علم.
meaning to know. And
اليقين.
is another verbal noun, means the certitude. It comes from the verb
يقن.
meaning to be certain or to be obvious. So,
علم اليقين.
is the knowledge of certitude, that is, if you knew with true knowledge, you would not be diverted by rivalry for wealth away from seeking the abode of the hereafter until you reach the graves. Now the declension of these verses are
كلا.
is a negative response,
سوف.
is a particle that expresses the future,
تعلمون.
is a verb in the present tense with its subject. The following verse is linked with the preceding one by the conjunction,
ثم. كلا.
is a negative response,
لو.
is a conditional particle,
تعلمون.
is a verb in the present tense with its subject,
علم.
is the object of the verb, and it is a governing term of an idafa construction, with
اليقين.
is its genitive term. Now the last three verses are لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم, meaning you will certainly see the hell. Again, you will see it with the eye of certainty. Then you will surely be asked that day about pleasure.
لا
Is an emphatic particle usually coming after the other emphatic particle
إن
to render it more emphatic, but when
إن
is not existed in the phrase, the emphatic particle
لا
prefixes a verb in the present tense, and we suffix this verb by another emphatic particle, which is,
نون التوكيد.
and that's what we have in this verse. The verb in the present tense here is,
رأى
meaning to see in the present tense. In the second plural masculine person, you. Now this verb belongs to the basic form of verbs, and it is a defective verb which consists of two strong radicals and a final weak radical. And also, it is a hamzated verb, a verb with hamza as a radical.
جحيم
Or Gehenna is one of the names of the hell in the Holy Quran. It comes from the verb
جحم
that is to light and stir up the fire.
عين
Is I. Thus Allah Ta'ala threatens them with this situation, which is what the people of the fire will see. It is a fire, which if it exhaled one breath, every angel who is near to Allah Ta'ala and every prophet who was sent would fall down on their knees due to fear, awe, and the sight of its horrors.
لتسألن
Has the same construction of
لترون
the verb
سأل
that is to ask in the present tense in the second plural masculine person, you. Now this verb belongs to the basic form of verbs, and it is a hamzated verb. That is a verb with hamza as a radical. For the next word,
إذن
the genitive of the obsolete noun,
إذ
time, is added to certain nouns with a temporal meaning in the adverbial accusative. These nouns include,
حين
that is time,
يوم
day,
ساعة
which is hour,
وقت
time, and
آن
also time, and give the following compounds.
حينئذ
At that time or then,
ساعتئذ
at that time or in that hour,
وقتئذ
at that time or then,
آنئذ
at that time, that day or then, and
يومئذ
as in the verse means at that time, on that day, or then. What is meant by
يومئذ
is the day of judgment.
عن
Is a preposition that has the meaning of on the topic, subject of, or about,
النعيم
meaning the blessings or the pleasures of life. Is a verbal noun derived from the verb,
نعم
that is to enjoy the comforts and conveniences of life. Meaning on that day you all will be questioned concerning your gratitude towards the favors that Allah Ta'ala blessed you with, such as health, safety, sustenance, and other things. You will be asked, did you return His favors by being thankful to Him and worshiping Him? Now the declension of these verses are,
لا
is an emphatic particle prefixed to a verb in the present tense, and it introduces the answer of an omitted oath.
ترون
Is a verb in the present tense with its subject,
الجحيم
is its object.
ثم
Is a conjunction,
عين
is an adjective to an omitted absolute object, and it is a governing term in idafa construction with,
اليقين
is its genitive term, and this sentence is an answer to the oath.
لا
Is an emphatic particle prefixed to a verb in the present tense, and it introduces the answer of an omitted oath.
تسألن
Is a verb in the present tense with its subject. The adverbial of time
يومئذ
is an idafa construction itself,
عن النعيم.
is a prepositional phrase.